Hey, welcome to Dream Tour. It's the podcast where we take you on a tour of different types of people's dreams and aspirations. I'm your host, Lucas Watson, here with you today. Now, let's get you all introduced to our special guest today. All right, what is your name?
My name is John Jackson, also known as JAX.
So JAX is your artist name?
Yeah.
All right. What type of artist are you? What type of genre are you in?
I'm mostly in rap.
Rap, hip hop,
Yeah.
or just rap type, like more like
I would say rap hip hop.
rap hip hop.
Yeah.
All right. So where are you from?
From Akron, Ohio.
Akron, Ohio.
Yeah.
All right, 330 representing.
Yeah, you know.
All right. What was that like growing up in Akron for you?
Honestly, it was a lot of fun. Just because there was always something to do, always something to find. I used to like to go skateboarding a lot. I used to like to go to the park with my friends and go hoop, go do stuff like that. So I always just found something to do.
Yeah, Akron's a pretty fun city in my opinion, even though some people hate on it.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna start off with the questions from the interview here. So your earliest memory or story of what you wanted to be when you were young, what is that?
Okay, so a lot of people that know me will find this hilarious, but I used to actually want to be a preacher because my granddad was one, and I didn't get to really talk to my dad that much when I was little. So he was kind of like a father figure for me, and so I kind of watched what he did, and I was like, this might actually be something I want to do.
Yeah. Was there anything after that, or is that's your thing?
No, that's not my thing anymore.
Well, yeah. I figured that.
Yeah.
All right, but what do you do now?
Right now I'm going to Good University, Kentucky, and repping already. But I'm an education major.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What kind of education?
I want to go into secondary, so I teach in high school.
High school, all right. What subjects would you want to teach?
I think I'm probably gonna go history and English.
History and English, yeah, I can see that with you. You know words that I couldn't even imagine. But history, I think I could go event for event with you. I love my history too.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Dang. All right. So with what you do now, and what else are you doing now? Are you doing stuff with your artistry? Are you doing some rap and hip hop right now?
Yeah. Right now I'm actually working on my second album, and I'm also opening up my my own record label.
Your own record label? That's dope.
So I can own all my masters and stuff, and just, keep all my money to myself. I have two people, like two other rappers with me, so.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
so your last album came out in what, 2018?
Yeah.
And it's now 2020, so you're about to be putting out some stuff that you've been sitting on for a while, huh? You've been thinking for a while.
Yeah, I've been sitting on a while just because I dropped my first album in high school, and once I got to college and stuff, the whole culture kind of changed, and I just wanted to make sure that I got all my shit together first before.
Oh yeah, of course. At least you're focusing on your studies a little bit. Some people don't do that.
Yeah, well, I try to half and half, party study. So
yeah, you gotta work hard to play hard. No, play hard to work hard.
But yeah, so now it's 2020, and I'm like, all right, I got through all of 2019. I got my 3.0, got all that stuff out the way. So it's time to get back to business.
Back to business. That's good. So how does what you wanted to be first tie together to you, or how did what you want to be, that preacher that you wanted to be when you were real little, tie together to what you are now, and how does that tie together to you?
Well, honestly, I think that it ties together a lot, just because going from even just the professions, going from a preacher to a teacher, it's just all about informing people.
Yeah.
Just kind of trying to guide people. You're not forcing somebody to think the way you think, but you're kind of showing them, you're like, hey, there's more options than what you might have known before.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just all about, guiding people to the right place and making sure that, everybody gets there.
So you've always liked to teach then. It's always been in you. That's good. That's good. And do you teach with your music a little bit?
Yeah, I try to.
Try to inspire?
Yeah, I try to make sure everyone gets a little piece of something out of it.
That's good. All right, so in 5 years, where do you want to be? What do you want to be doing? Let us know your future goals, man.
Yeah, I mean, obviously.
Or 5 years after college, even.
Yeah. Obviously, I would much rather have this stuff blow up and me go on tour and do all this stuff. But even if that doesn't pan out, 5 years from now, I'll be finished with my master's and everything, so I'll be able to get into teaching. I'll be able to be at a school, helping the kids, making sure everybody's on the right track.
Dude, teachers are so underappreciated, man.
Yeah,
every person who does crazy things for the world had a bunch of teachers who built that kid. Like, teachers are so important.
Yeah, hey, everything you do needs a teacher, so you know how to do it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. All right. So on this podcast, we don't only want to know about your financial goals, your business goals, because, you know, this is the dream tour.
Yeah.
Dreams aren't only business plans or life plans. You know, dreams are the deeper level. It's on the next level. So we want to learn what you represent and who you are. So we're about to get a little deeper. Are you ready for that?
All right, let's go.
All right. So first question is, what motivates you in your life, in all the facets of your life? Are you intrinsic? Are you extrinsic? Are you intrinsic in some places, extrinsic in others? What motivates you to be who you are, to do what you do?
I think failure motivates me, and you know, a lot of people say that's kind of weird to think about.
Yeah.
But it's not that I'm afraid of failure. It's just that everyone expects failure. So, you know, I work hard to show that everything I do, I'm going to make sure that I come out on top.
Like to prove the haters wrong.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Oh, yeah. I guess I'd say that's a little extrinsic and intrinsic. That's both.
Yeah, you know, like to get everything right down the middle.
Mm-hmm. So what motivates you to do well in school, would you say is that? Is that the same thing that motivates you? Does the same thing motivate you in school and in music?
I would say so, just because, you know, everyone's like, oh, okay, well, I mean, and we're going to be real here. Everyone's going to be like, black male as a teacher, not really commonplace.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's kind of also getting out of your comfort zone. Like, most people would be too scared to, you know, get behind the mic and actually express their feelings and stuff.
Yeah.
And actually, you know, put themselves out there for everyone else to hear. But that's just what I do.
You could be the next D Smoke from Rhythm and Flow.
Yeah.
You could be the teacher turned huge artist. He
did blow up.
He blew up.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's a great show too. Great show. I guess Rhythm and Flow, if you want to pay me for advertising that, I'll take like a $5 McDonald's gift card. I don't know.
Hey, anything works, man.
I'm kind of hungry, you know, a little bit. All right. So, who are your biggest inspirations in your life that you know, and then outside of that, who are your biggest inspirations that you don't know that you look up to?
The biggest inspiration in my life probably have to be my parents. Just because, you know, I watched my mom just work day in, day out, trying to keep, you know, a house together, trying to keep her job and everything else, you know, just keeping everything going, making sure everything was taken care of, making sure we were taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's a huge thing. And like, you know, my dad, now that I've been around him and stuff a lot more, he's taught me so many valuable life lessons just about, you know, how the world works, how to find your own way throughout everything. And so, you know,
that's important.
Yeah.
Very important. So outside of people you know, you got any inspirations?
Outside of people I know, it'd probably be like music wise, especially. You know, I'd have to say, especially people like Young Thug, and like just because watching him go from, you know, like everyone knew probably one or two songs in like 2011, 2012. Now the man's built his own business. He got YSL Workers. You know, he's signed a whole bunch of people that everyone listens to now. And so it's amazing just to watch where he came from, and then you can see where he's headed.
There's so many artists out there. I think, like in my opinion, that the people who don't follow music like we usually do, people who don't follow music don't know that, like, they think artists fell off, but these artists made bigger moves, and now they're creating the music you're listening to, but in a different way.
Yeah.
People don't understand that sometimes.
They're bankrolling the music that we're listening to, and that makes them even more money,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't even know it.
Exactly. You don't even know what they're up to. So, after your biggest inspirations, you know, let's get to know who you are a little bit. What would you consider what are you, 20 years old right now?
Yeah.
What would you consider your defining moments of the last 20 years of your life? What makes you John Jackson? What makes you JAX? What happened to you, good or bad, that makes you you?
Well, I would say, you know, I can start off with the good things, and I would just say, you know, the company I keep, I guess. Especially, you know, throughout high school and stuff, I just had a group of friends that were always supporting me, you know, just making sure we were always taken care of and stuff. So, you know, I would say that, you know, just the company that I was able to keep during high school and stuff helped influence a lot. And honestly, you know, like a lot of people look at this as a negative, but I was a foster kid for a little bit, you know, so, but I honestly took that as a positive because I think that was the change that I needed. because it showed me it was like, all right, you're gonna have to start doing a lot of things on your own.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have to start figuring out a lot of stuff for yourself. So once I started figuring out everything, how to get here, how to do all these things by myself at 15 years old, a lot of people still don't know how to do it in their 20s.
Yeah.
And I was just so I saw it and I was like, you know what, if I can do this, then I can do anything I put my mind to.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. So those what you consider your defining moments so far? That's good. That's really what defines you usually. Like, it's not the good things or the bad things. It's how you make the things that happen to you. Nothing's good or bad. It's what you make out of it.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
For sure. So we're gonna get a little bit deeper here. We're gonna get a little bit into you.
All right.
So when you die, what do you want to represent?
When I die, I want to be able to leave a legacy that not only I'm proud of, but that the people around me can be proud of to even say that they knew me. Just because, everyone always says, "Oh, I want to have a big family. I want to have a bunch of money. When I die, and give it all away and do all that stuff." But that's not going to define me. I don't think. I think what you do is what's going to define you. So I can try to give away all my money in the last week of my life or something.
Yeah.
And everyone thinks I'm a saint. But if you look back and you see that I was just messing up the whole time I was alive and I was just hoarding everything and doing all that, then no one's really going to give that last week any credit. So, I want to be able to show everybody that, I've been doing the right thing from the jump. And, and hopefully I can inspire other people, to start making change in the world.
Yeah.
And then, everyone helps everybody.
Yeah. All right, so what's something that you'd want someone to say about you when you die? One of your friends, one of your family members,
I think, one of the things that I would want them to say is that I always kept it real. Just because, I think that in the world we have so many people who try to keep up with stuff for show or who try to, look a certain way to somebody. And I just honestly think, you should just be who you are.
Okay. Yeah.
And, if people can't accept you for who you are, then forget about it.
Yeah.
But
you don't need to be friends with everybody.
Oh no, you don't need everybody. But the people that you do need are going to be ones who don't care about your flaws, who don't care about
and they call you out for them too.
Yeah,
those are real friends.
Yeah, and they'll help you out. Yeah, as long as you're doing the right thing, they'll try to help you. And when you're not, they'll let you know. That's a good friend right there.
Yeah. All right. So if that day you die was tomorrow, are you where you want to be? Do you represent what you want to represent, or do you have some work to do to get there?
I think that's probably one of the biggest things about me is that everyone always says, it seems like I don't care about what I do, but I think that shows that I'm living my life the way I want. Because I'm not gonna lie, I definitely have done some stupid stuff. I've done, we've all done it. But I can say throughout every single one of those mistakes, every single one of the things actually turned out to be fun. I did it my way.
Yeah.
And so, I definitely would say that, I've done everything the way I wanted to. And if I had to die tomorrow, I have an answer for every single thing I did.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
A lot. I'm definitely not where I want to be yet. I don't represent what I want to represent yet. I've got work to do, but I feel like I'm taking a step in that direction. And every day, if you keep proving that, you're always going to be happy with it.
Yeah,
that's
so
good.
I feel like I'm not where I want to be, but obviously, I can see myself working towards it.
Mhm.
And so I'm happy to know that, I'm at least working towards it. I'm not stagnant.
Mhm.
I'm actually trying to, build to what I want.
Exactly.
As long as I'm in the process of it.
One step a day is better than 2 steps backward every day.
Oh, of course.
Half a step a day is better than nothing, too. So, what would people say tomorrow if that happened? Would they say what you want them to say? What do you think they'd say?
If I die tomorrow, I don't think that they'd be able to say that, I've been able to live out my dream or everything, but I do think that they'd be able to say, if he was the person that he wanted to be.
Yeah.
And, he was always there to help.
Yeah.
He was always there if something was going wrong, and I would hope that I helped them out enough that they were able to fix it and stuff.
Yeah.
So I do think that, though.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So, we're coming towards an end here, and this is the Dream Tour, and we've got to know you. I feel like you've probably got to know you a little bit. I got to know you. Everyone who's watching got to know you a little bit better. And so now, after everything we've discussed, what would you say is your dream? What's your dream?
I would say that my dream is just to be able to spill my soul. And I think that's an easy way to explain it, but what I mean by that is I think that my dream would be just for me to be able to tell my story to people and, and hopefully help somebody else who's going through something similar, something worse, something better.
Yeah.
But, just helping as many people as I can, to find their happy place, to find their it.
Yeah.
And, so I just feel like I think that should be everyone's dream. But, I would definitely feel like that should be my dream, just to, help as many people get to their happy place or get to their zone, I guess, by telling my story.
Yeah. Okay. So, I'm going to give you a second here. I want you to plug your Instagram, your Twitter, where your music's at. I want you to plug everything for us. Break it down for the fans so I can put it in the video and everyone can check out your stuff if they're interested.
All right, everybody. So, if you want to check out my Spotify, my Apple Music, the name is just JAX. You can look
JAX?
For, JAX. You can look for Bangers Only on this side. Instagram is It's JAX1. Twitter, I don't even remember my Twitter right now. I gotta think about it.
It's all right. I'll plug it in. I'll plug in his Twitter.
Yeah, Lucas got it, man. But if you like music, man, just go check it out.
Yeah, and what I want to say is just he has some stuff coming out, and really look forward to that stuff coming out. He's got some good stuff on the way. I've heard it, and keep an eye out for that, guys.
Yeah, I had to give Lucas the exclusive,
Yeah, all right, guys. All right, thank you for listening to Dream Tour. This is going to be episode number 2 with JAX. Just remember, stay positive, keep dreaming. You can do whatever you set your mind to if you keep working. Stay positive, y'all.
Peace.